Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Gamey Daddy channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. And today we're going to be taking a little divergence from the division contents to speak about Outriders because some new developments came up basically yesterday, the 6th of January 2021. And for those of you who already know who don't know, Outriders has been delayed to be released on April 1st. No joke, according to the developers, who have said that their game is basically going to be coming out as soon as, that time window comes into effect, that comes into play. Now, one of the really interesting things about this announcement was the development team have basically said that, Outriders is a game that they're looking forward to, dropping for the community. But because of the constraints of video game development, it's now become something of a, oh man, we really want to get this game out there. But ladies and gentlemen, here are the challenges. So they put a statement out and they actually said that everyone is going to be able to experience this game by February 25th of 2021 with a demo that they're giving everyone, free demo. Now, I don't know if you guys watched one of my last Outriders videos. I think it was the one where I made Outriders versus Division 2. And at the tail end of that video, I talked about a demo very shortly. And I said this was something that I felt needed to happen. I don't know if they watched my video, but I have a feeling these guys that made this game, because they're Gears of War folks, they're old school minded gamers, and I think they seem to have a lot more faith in their product, and they were able to announce this. In fact, on Twitter, I replied and told them, hey, this is your strongest marketing strategy. Do not waver from this particular aspect. So yes, it's a very significant delay. It literally is going to be a month's wait from the announced date, and then for us to be able to get that demo, and then another basically 1 month wait again, or over a month wait before the game gets released. Now, I think this starts to play into the stuff that I tell everyone in the song that I sing titled Game Development is Hard. I mean, I guess I've said that so much that at this point, if you were to write an album, it will be titled Woe Is Me, I Tried to Develop a Video Game. Every major game developer will tell you, even Cory Barlog of God of War, the game director of that game, on Twitter one time, somebody asked the question, write the one thing that broke you in life. The first thing he wrote was game development. It's very challenging to make a video game. As a Tom Clancy Division player for the longest time, I have been mocked over saying things like this because, gamers seem to expect a certain quality of games. But here's the thing about video games. Every single video game is very, very unique, has its own parameters, has its own rules, and has, everything that makes it what it is. And hence the difficulty seems to be able to, in a way, either break the game or at least stress out the developers because there are so many unforeseen aspects of the development cycle. And I think right now I have to commend these developers for taking their time to delay this game, and not only delay it, but actually provide a full-fledged demo for the community. Because when they provide this demo on February 25th, it will give them another over 30-something days to be able to get feedback from the community. In fact, I wish they had released the demo earlier in February so that way they have 60 days, which is basically 60 years in game development cycle, to be able to gain more feedback from the game. So at the end of the day, there are two sides to this coin. Bring out this particular demo quickly, get feedback, and then eventually have to delay the game. Now, I genuinely think that even though they're planning for April 1st, if this demo comes out and it's not something that players are happy with, they can always go back to the drawing board. Nobody wants another Cyberpunk 2077 to happen. Nobody wants anything of that nature. Now, is this game going to come out buggy or broken like, say, Cyberpunk 2077? I've seen those sentiments on Twitter. I doubt it. There's a lot more fidelity in the production of video games using the systems that they used, and that is basically Unreal Engine 4 as the major source of development. This is not necessarily something where as many studios, who have faced a lot of these challenges, they've mostly used their own proprietary engines. And so we know a lot about the fidelity of Unreal Engine 4 more than many other engines. I mean, we know the fidelity of some engines used in Ubisoft Studios. I know maybe Ubisoft gets a lot of flack, but their Anvil engine, their Dunia engine, these are engines that have brought games like Far Cry to the communities, and these engines have done a good job. So that's not necessarily a big concern. I think maybe there are core systems in the game that seem to be very complex to make, and these are probably being fleshed out and fine-tuned, but at the end of the day, it's a PvE game, so I think I have a little bit more confidence, that they should be able to solve this issue because they are not a new studio per se. They seem to have some experience from having made Gears of War in the past. But nonetheless, I just wanted to highlight this really quickly. I think right now I'm going to give them, because of that demo, my public support as a development team. The old school way of doing video games, the old school way, of actually having gamers experience your product, the old school way of providing a demo with no strings attached. This is what gaming is about. This is not necessarily just something that, somebody cooked up. This is the practice that needs to happen in the industry. EA, Ubisoft, all of these companies that do all these, time restricted, betas, they need to buy into this, where players can take their time, extensively test out the game without selling it to just those who have pre-ordered the game, and the entirety of the gaming community can make up their mind and not just rely on reviewers, because reviewers can be tainted. If I reviewed The Division 2, I would conclude it with go buy the game because I'm a fan. I have a bias towards the game. But at the end of the day, it would take individuals to be able to go back and, talk about pretty much what it is, that the game uses to appeal to them, rather than waiting for another content creator to do so. So this is a big shift in the gaming industry for 2021, and I'm glad that they're trying to set the tone. I'm hoping that other dev teams can do the same. Far Cry 6 is coming out. We know Far Cry usually has good fidelity, usually tries their best to do good stories, but a demo will not be wrong. A demo will not be bad at all for a game like that. So Ubisoft, take note. These guys at Outriders, they seem to be coming for your audience. They seem to be going for a wider, huge audience. So I would say it's definitely something that everyone should pay attention to. And if you, are able to get your hands on the demo, I mean, it's literally 1 month's worth of demo trial and, beyond. So get a hold of it and, basically do yourself a favor and at least try the game out and, kind of relive the old school mindedness of gaming from these guys over here at, People Can Fly Studios. All right. I'll get out of your hair. Thank you so much for your time and audience. I appreciate you guys a lot. Hopefully we'll see in another video. Peace out.